now be moving to the presidential debate. Also, the draw to the raffle will be after the presidential debate, so if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, now is the time.
All right, if each of the candidates could very briefly introduce themselves.
My name is Caleb Hoffer. I am running for student body president. I am currently the finance vice president for ACW, and I am also the chair of the service and activities fee committee, as well as the chair for the finance committee.
My name is Alia Malibari. I'm a grad student. I'm actually from Saudi Arabia, and I'm running for this position as Caleb.
Okay, since we have some time, we're going to really try to get into some of the real meat and potatoes of this election. So let's start with the candidate on the left. As president, what would be your plans to reach underrepresented populations on our campus, such as international students, minorities, students in residence halls, River Point students, and non-traditional students? You have 2 minutes.
Okay. Actually, as you see, I'm from Saudi Arabia, so I'm one of the international students. Also, I'm a Muslim, so I represent the minority groups. Plus, I was a grad student. I'm still a grad student, so I was studying in the River Point campus, and I spent an entire year there. So, like, I reach many students there, and I need what we need and what we don't need. Plus, coming from like a diverse culture like Saudi Arabia, I want to be like involved more with the diverse culture here, like the people from different religion and the people from different ethnic groups, or the people from different countries, and bring all this experience to Eastern.
With 4 minutes for rebuttal.
Okay, so for my plan for international students, and this actually didn't come from me, it came from a student. I wish I had her name, I'd totally give her credit for it. What I want to do, what I've heard from talking to students on campus is a lot of the international students, they come here expecting to, really get to know this country, this school, this state, but we tend to shove them into an office over in Showalter and they don't get exposed at all. So something I'd like to do is start a organization for all the international students. We have a lot of great representation for individual ethnic backgrounds, such as the Saudi Club, but we don't have something that brings all of them together. So we have diversity, but we don't have pluralism. So I'd like to start something that would bring all of these organizations together, or all these diverse organizations together, which leads me into how I would tackle like Greek life and RHA and all the other aspects of the campus that you talked about. And I want to do, on a broader scale, I want to bring an organization together where we have leaders from these different groups, from Greek life, from RHA, from the different clubs and organizations, clubs such as the one that I'm talking about where we'd have diverse students, and we would bring them together and they would be able to basically be a house of representatives, if you want to call it. I don't know what it'd be called yet. I want to do this basically because you're a lot more likely to tell your small niche friend groups what is an issue that you see on campus as opposed to me. I'm a stranger and you don't want to complain to me. You want to complain to someone that you know. So I want to make this group so that the students feel more welcome to talk to one another, and this collective group can then go to HW and bring the issues that they see on campus, and we can help solve those issues.
2 minutes for a reply.
Actually, in Eastern, there is like a big organization for all the international students, and they are actually working with us as part of the Saudi Club also. But what we really need is, like all the time we were like in the Saudi Club, we were inviting all the other clubs to come and join us. But it was like invitation from one minor group to the other different group in campus. What we really need is like people who are going to say like in the rules for clubs and organization, there must be like a meeting for each quarter, which is mandatory for all the clubs. We could do something like that, but it's gonna be like to meet all the other leaders from the different clubs. This is one idea, and also we need really to reach the other clubs and tell them that, okay, if you were different, it's okay, we respect these differences. Like for example, the Pride Center, they are an amazing group, and although there are like many differences and the people might agree or disagree, but what we really need is to respect these groups and to work with more groups like Eagle Ambassador. They are providing a great help for the new students, and this is also similar to our services. So these are some of my goals for bringing all the groups together and all the different kind of sorority, fraternities, clubs, and minority, and female, of course.
So with the candidate on the right, what is your position on the tobacco-free campus?
I guess my personal opinion, I feel it doesn't matter because I'm not here to dictate what we do on this campus. It's more, I want to seek the agenda of the students, like many of the other candidates already said. I want to find out if they support it, and if they do support it, then that's definitely be something that we're going to pursue. If they don't support it, then obviously we're going to let the issue die. I don't think I need to go in there and tell the campus whether they can smoke or not.
4 minutes for rebuttal.
Actually, about the tobacco-free campus, according to the law, they cannot smoke like 25 feet close to any of these buildings. But we're gonna ask the student, in case all of them agree that, not all of them, the majority of them agree that this campus cannot be tobacco-free, and because we really care about the health of the student, I think it's better to have like designated area where the people can go and smoke there. In the same time, one of the studies I was reading, they said that this designated area is a good place to start communication with people and start like knowing other people, and maybe like one guy and from a club and another girl from a different sorority could like meet and talk, and this is a good way to bring two clubs or organizations together.
2 minutes for reply.
So like she said, there is already a law that prohibits you from smoking too close to a building. It seems to me that a smoker section, if you want to call it that, they naturally occur on our campus already, and I think what she's speaking of already naturally occurs. I forgot where I was going with that. But basically, I don't want HW to become the tobacco police. We're not here to enforce that. We're here to enforce what the students want. So.
Okay, next question, starting for the candidate on the left. Do you feel that the River Point population is sufficiently included at Eastern? And if not, what additional student services are still needed at the River Point campus?
Actually, the students there really left out, and like I was there for 1 year. I have never seen many posters about many events, and only like the only event that occurred there is for the conferences, and as if all the students there only care about that. And plus, even the food service is not there, and if you want there and you want to ask about something regarding Israel, you're gonna end up in one of the offices that regards WSU. So we really like need, when I went there and I asked one of the students, she told me that one of the big problems, she is a student in River Point campus, in the same time, she have to pay for the gym fees. So it's hard for her to go and back, and so she's just wasting her money paying something she is not going to use. So these are the things we need really to consider in for helping the student in River Point.
4 minutes for reply.
Yeah, so River Point, being on a member of HW already, River Point has definitely been a huge concern for us this year, and a lot of our goals have already been set up to address a lot of those issues. There's still a lot of services that still lack there, like childcare, like dining services, like a fitness center. And we need to keep working towards those. River Point is a pain because it's close enough here that we're expected to be able to just immediately solve the issue, but it's still far enough away that it's not as easy and it's not that feasible, and it requires a lot of money because you can't just use the same fitness center like what we have here. You need 2 fitness centers. I think it's all a matter of looking in and how can we fund that, and if there's enough students to support funding that.
And 2 minutes for reply.
Actually, also, I think what River Point really need is to take some of the events we do here, there, and provide it to them. It's okay, like, also I know that most of the students here in Cheney goes at least 1 a week to River Point campus, so if we did something like that, we could integrate them more in this issue, and we could like ask and maybe motivate them to come here and join us, and maybe they could start a club called River Point Campus Club. I don't know why, but like, just came up to my mind, and they could like be the way to contact with us and bring their ideas.